Well, good morning, everyone. Want to remind y'all, go check out the MSP auction to benefit Tanya Thrifty Treasures. The link is right down below. Going to be a lot of great stuff for sale there tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central. It's going to be Dwayne, myself, and Steve and Steph, the Resale Killers, are going to be calling the auction. And we're going to have a whole slew of people coming in to sell stuff to raise money. So come join us if you can. So I hit a few yard sales this morning. Nothing terrific, but I'll share with y'all what I picked up real quick. Okay, this is a weird estate sale find. These are these Minox magazines. They're basically slide trays made in Germany. So there's slide trays in here, and they're full of these little things. And there's no actual slides in them. These little things open up and you drop your slide into it. A little plastic tray thing. So I'm not real sure. I didn't see any exactly like this yet, but I figured it $1 a piece. I couldn't go wrong. I paid $15 for all of these. So I have 15 of these little boxes. Each one has the little trays in it, little holders. I don't think there's a huge market for it, but I'm gonna get them listed today. I picked up a DualShock 3 PlayStation controller for $1. I picked up this cool Royal shipping scale. I think it's a 400 pounder. Yeah, it's a 400 pounder. And it's got this wireless display, which that is really nice. So I'm gonna actually use that. I got the power supply on the book and everything. I paid $10 for that. Okay, bought 3 pairs of boots. May have overpaid. I don't know. We'll find out. Paid 40 bucks a pair. So one of them is brand new. That's a brand new pair right there. The other 2, those are used, but man, they're in really nice shape. I think that's some kind of like ostrich skin. And then here's another pair. So they're all in really good shape. This pair is brand new. I paid 40 a piece. I won't lose, that's for sure. This is actually a thrift store pickup. This is a lawnmower bag that's never being used. It's got the frame. It's for a Honda. I looked up this number right here, VL0P00, and it comped out really well. Just for the bag even, but there are some people that are selling the frame and the bag together, and it's done really well. I paid $5 for both. That's a sack of peanuts. I bought those to pack something up this morning. This is a Sony Vaio. No, it's not a Pentium. I think it's a yeah, it's a Sony Vaio Pentium 4. Pretty slow computer. I've got a copy of Windows XP over here that I'm going to throw on it. It needs a hard drive. I paid $5 for everything, so we'll see. I just wanted to play around with it. Alrighty, we got orders going out now. I just packed everything up. This is a good sale. Quick flip on the 8-track player. They paid full price for it, plus shipping on top, so that was really nice. Got that order in last night. This is the pet safe fence thing that I told y'all about yesterday. This is a pair of shoes I just showed y'all the other day. And then up here I have, let's see what do I have. I have a Sega game, and what was the other thing? Oh, Playboy Mansion for the PS2. So just what, 5 things going out, but they're pretty good things. Pretty good day yesterday. So I live in Denham Springs. It's a fairly small, kind of suburban area of Baton Rouge. Like I can be in Baton Rouge from right here within about 5 minutes. Baton Rouge is the state capital of Louisiana, pretty big town. And Denham Springs very rarely have to leave it until I go sourcing, of course. But like, I have everything I need here for the most part. Like, there is a UPS store right there in front of me. Right behind me is the post office I just came from. And here in just a second, I'll be at the Goodwill that's like right down the street. All right, so I'm back home. Steve and Steph are on. They're trying to distract me right now, but you won't distract me. I'm gonna do a little work, guys. Sorry. So, gonna get this listed right now. This is that cool. Well, I don't know. Depends on your definition of cool. This is a bag for a Honda mower, and it's got the frame. I stretched the thing out across the frame and hooked it up. And you can tell everything is like brand new, unused. So I'll probably list it as new other. My box resizer propping up the back end. But let me take some pictures, we'll get this listed. Take a look at some comps. So this is something I never even knew you could sell before. I should have known. But these grass catcher bags, look, these are all Honda grass catcher bags that people have sold. Look, here's a used one. Honda HR 215. Grass catcher bag they sold for $88 plus shipping. And this is the exact same one I'm selling right here. Bag with frame. So that's what I'm going to sell. They did $90 free ship. I'm going to do, I'll do $60 shipping on top. I've got $5 into it. I can offer a really good price and sell it flip it fast. So let me go ahead and get this listing done. Okie doke. Here's the pictures and stuff. Nothing fancy. I just show the bag from all angles, and I should make sure I show the model number that's on the bag. And then the important thing when you sell something like this is whenever you go to do the shipping, this is something you learn pretty early on. If you get, everybody gets burned with this, I think, at first. You got to make sure you get these dimensions right. Like, I already have the exact box that I'm going to ship this in. It's a Home Depot box. I think it's a large 24 by 18 by 18 box. I measured this part. It will fit in there perfectly, and then put in the weight, because this is definitely going to be dimensional shipping weight. I imagine it's probably going to ship at like a 25 or 30 pound weight. So hopefully you'll see this thing on the next sold video. That'll be a nice little sale, because it's going to be real easy to ship. I'm basically going to drop it in the damn box and seal the box up. Okay, before I wrap this video up, we're going to play around with one more little thing here, and I have no expectations from it. This is a Pacman game from Coleco, little tabletop thing. It's pretty dirty, and the stickers are all kind of, I don't know, not right. It's missing the controller right here. So look, it's got two different, it's got player 1 and player 2. Can you imagine trying to hunch down with a second player with this little thing? But it might work. Let's see if the, look, it's got cigarette burns on it right here. I picked this up for 50 cents. I need to peel this tag off. It's going to come off fine. This sticker under it is kind of glossy, so it's not really holding the sticker too well. Yeah, it came off. So let me look at the battery compartment. Okay, battery compartment doesn't look, doesn't have any corrosion at all. Let's see, we need 4 C-cell batteries. Let's see if this will fire up. Okay, it did not fire up, so I took the cover off, and because I wanted to look at these at these power lines here. I don't see any corrosion or bad solder joints or anything like that. And then I don't see anything obvious here that would stop it from powering up. The only thing I can really do is maybe clean this switch. Maybe the power switch is dirty, but other than that I don't know what to do. I'll shoot the power switch with a little something. That in a little bit. And I'll go ahead and put the batteries in while it's still apart. We can see if it powers up or not. Alright, so we've got the batteries back in. I'm going to test it and see. Wait, I think it's powered. Let's see. Oh, it was the switch. Hang on, let me turn these lights up. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Look, the maze is lit up. I don't see anything on the scoreboard up here. Power switch is functioning now. Okay, well that's cool. I don't know if the game is working though. I'm going to clean the rest of the contacts up on this board. Or I'll just clean this board up in general and see what happens. Okay guys, I finished cleaning up the board and stuff. I put everything back together. I moved the good stick over here to the left side so player one at least has a good joystick. I put the bad one back over here. And I also figured out that, see how it says game select, eat and run, Pac-Man, demo, or then left is head-to-head Pac-Man. It says it right there. What you do is you turn it on and then you see the maze. Make sure y'all can see okay. Let me zoom in a little bit, it might be better. It looks a little better in person than it does on the camera there. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to just play Pac-Man. I just ate a power pellet. Ate a ghost. Okay, I'm out of power pellet now. Eat another power pellet. It's definitely not as smooth as the regular arcade game. Ate one in the tunnel. Can I finish the board? I don't know. It's kind of hard to control. Okay. Alright. So yeah. Got it working. Let's see if skill 2, make sure it works there. And if you go to the left, then it activates 2-player mode. There's two Pac-Man guys in there. So y'all both can play at the same time. See? Like that. Which I've never even heard of something like that. Controlling 2 Pac-Men simultaneously. So, yeah. That's fun. I wonder if it's worth anything. And I'm not any kind of great repairman or anything at all. Like, I don't ever repair anything. But I do know enough to know that if you're dealing with something and you look at it and it's not working and it has one moving part on it, I would check out that moving part. Moving parts always fail. That's the first thing to suspect, is anything that moves. So the switch was my suspect. So that was cool. A little hit of that spray. This is this, I bought this to work on stereos. But this stuff is like magic. This Deoxit, look, I'm doing a commercial. Deoxit D5, man, that stuff is great for cleaning up, you know, potentiometers and all kind of stuff, all kind of electronic stuff. So that was fun. Let's see what this thing's worth. Obviously, I have condition issues with the stickers, but let's go take a look. Okay, let's look at what this, I searched Pacman tabletop Coleco. And here's one. It looks like it has a box. It's a lot better shape than mine for 118. That's a Miss Pacman there. There's a battery cover only. Another Miss Pacman. Here's a Pacman. Excellent used condition. Tested and working. Vintage game 2-player. I bet that one doesn't work. Let's see if this one works or not. I'm not liking these prices just because of the condition the mine's in. $34 free ship. No way it works. Acquired at estate sale, missing bottom battery cover and some stickers. I put some batteries in and this does work. Okay. Well, that's not good. So maybe it's like a, oh boy, maybe, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should I price this thing at like 40 bucks best offer plus shipping and then take the first $25 offer I get and count myself lucky? I don't see anybody with stickers as bad as mine. And I have a broken joystick on top of that. I don't know. How would you price this? Look, a lot of these people have the damn box. How do you have the box on that thing? With box. They all have boxes. Yeah, mine ain't looking so hot with those stickers. Alright guys, that's the end of today's vlog. I'm going to gonna get this little Pacman game listed and see what I can get for it. And I want to remind y'all, tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time is the Mothership product auction to benefit Tanya Thrifty Treasures. I go into a little detail about what's going on with her in my last video. So if you didn't see that, watch the first like couple of minutes of that video. It'll kind of fill you in. But I'm going to put a link below to the auction, directly to the auction. And we're going to get fired up at 6 and go on for, don't know how long. It's probably going to be 3-4 hours or maybe more. We'll see how it goes. So see y'all there. Y'all have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.